Assalamualaikum students. Today we are going to start with our lecture number 33 of chapter number 3 Advanced JavaScript, okay, of Information Technology for Standard 12. We will start with few more programming questions. In previous lecture I have explained you 3 questions to display 3 programs to display natural numbers, list of or sequence of natural numbers, sequence of odd numbers, sequence of even numbers. We have seen these 3 questions in previous lecture, right? Today we are going to start with 2 more questions, that is write JavaScript program to display factorial of 7 and write JavaScript program to check whether the given sequence is palindrome or not. Okay, first we will see the first question, write JavaScript program to display the factorial of 7. What do you mean by factorial of a number? A factorial is a function that multiplies a number by every number below it. Like for example, if I want to find out the factorial of 5, so I need to multiply the number by every number below it, like 5, 4 multiply by 4, multiply by 3, multiply by 2, multiply by 1. I am supposed to multiply these numbers to get the factorial of the 5. So the result of this is 120. So the factorial of 5 is 120. So the question may come like this, write a JavaScript program to display the factorial of 7. So you are supposed to write the program to display the factorial. Okay. So this is the program where we are going to display the factorial of 7. Again, it is an event driven programming. So we are supposed to create a button first. On clicking on this button, we are supposed to display the we are supposed to generate the output on clicking on this button, right? Now see the coding. This is the page. This is the coding. Okay, students. Now see here. First, what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to create a button. So we have created one button by creating form. Okay, form name is equal to f1, input type is equal to button, value is equal to factorial. Because I have displayed the value on this button is factorial, so I am supposed to write the value here as factorial. Sorry. Okay, then we are supposed to call an event. Which event I am going to call? I am going to call on click event. Okay, on clicking on this button I am going to call a function fact of number. This is a function which I am going to call on clicking on the button. Okay, now this is the definition of this button, this function. Declaration always starts with function keyword followed by a function name, the same function name which I have used here to call this function. Okay, then this is the function block. Okay, this is the function block where I have written document.write h1 factorial of 7. See, I have written factorial of 7 first, right? Then after this I have declared a variable where fact is equal to 1. Why we are using this fact? To multiply, to get the multiplication of the number. Okay, then for I is equal to 1. Now I am using for loop. Okay, for I is equal to 1, my initial value is 1. Okay, I is less than or equal to 77. Sorry, I is less than or equal to 7. So my last value is 7. Why? Because I want to get the factorial of 7. Okay, so my last number will be 7. Got it? Then I plus plus. You can write the reverse of this also. You can write 7 here. Okay, you can write the reverse of this number. Okay. So if I want to write this like this, like the reverse. So you can reverse the for loop like for I is equal to 7, it will multiply the number 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 1. So the last number will be 1, and it should be less than or equal to, not greater than or equal to, it should be greater than or equal to 1, right? Not less than, it should be greater than or equal to 1, and I plus plus. Okay, see, we will execute the code again. We will get the same output. The same output again. Okay, so the difference is I have started my for loop from 7 because I want to multiply it on 7, then 6, then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The last number is 1, so I should be greater than or equal to 1. If it is 0, then it will generate the output as 0 only. Okay, so I should be greater than or equal to 1, and I minus minus, because the value is decreasing here. The starting value is 7, then it will decrease the value by 1, so the next number will be 6, then the next number will be 5. So the difference between this is 1, but in negative way, correct? It will continue with the loop in reverse order. Okay, so I need to write here I minus minus, because the number will multiply, the multiplied number will be 7, then 6, then 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Correct? Fact is equal to fact into I. What it will do? It will multiply the values, okay, and will save it in fact only. Now see how it is working. First we will see it in like this. Okay, first value of I is 1. Okay, it will come inside, it will check fact is equal to fact into I. Okay, what is the value of fact is? What is the value of fact? The value of fact is 1, correct? Right? And the value of I is also 1. Okay, so fact is equal to fact into I, 1 into 1. It will display the result as 1 into 1. The output will be 1 only. Okay, so the value of fact is again what? 1. Okay, then again it will increment the operator by 1, so the value of I will be 2. Okay, if the value of I is 2, the value of I is 2, it will come here and will check the operator. It will check the condition 2 is less than or equal to 7. The condition is right, correct? It will come inside, will display fact into I. What is the value of fact? The value of fact is 1. The value of I is 2. So it will multiply this 2 and 1. 2 into 1 is 2, correct? So the value of fact is now 2. Okay, the value of fact is 2, the value of I will increment by 1, and the value of I will be 3. Okay, so it will again check 3 is less than or equal to 7, the condition is right, will come inside the loop. The value of fact is 2 and the value of I is 3. It will multiply these two numbers, 3 2s are 6. It will multiply these two numbers and will generate the output and will save it in fact. So the value of fact is now 6 and the value of I is, yes, 4. Okay, and it will multiply these two numbers again after checking the condition. The value of fact is now, multiply this 6 and 4, 24, right? So 6 4s are 24. It will save this 24 in fact, and the value of I will increment by 1. So the value of I will be 5. Okay, will come here, will check the increment the operator by 1. The value of I is now 5. 5 is less than or equal to 7. The condition is right. It will come inside fact into I. Again it will apply the formula. Okay, and we'll multiply these two values, 24 by 5. Okay, so it will multiply these two values, 24 by 5. So the output will be 120. Okay, the value of fact is now 120. The value of I is now, after incrementing, the value of I is now 6. Okay, the condition will check here. 6 is less than or equal to 7. The condition is right. Will come here, it will multiply the values, that is 120 into 6. The output will be 720. So it will save this 720 in fact. Okay, then again will multiply, will come here, will increment the operator by 1. The value of I is now 7. Okay, so 7 is less than or equal to 7. The condition is right. It will come inside again, will multiply these two values. So 720 into 7 is 5040. Okay, we'll save this 5040 in fact. We'll increment the operator by 1. The value of I is now 8. 8 is less than or equal to 7. The condition is wrong, right? So it will come out of the block for block, and will execute this statement. Document.write break, will give a line break, and then factorial of 7 is, it will first display factorial of 7 is on the screen, right? And then will display the output of fact. What is there in fact now? 5040 is there in fact, right? So it will display 5040 on the screen. Got it? This way you can find out the factorial of 7. Okay, now we will move to the next question. The next question. Our next question is, write JavaScript program to check whether the given sequence is palindrome or not. Now what is palindrome? Palindrome is a word or number or phrase or other sequence of characters which read the same backward as forward. Means if you reverse the word or if you reverse the sequence, it will be the same like the previous one. Okay, like madam, M-A-D-A-M, right? If you read it from the starting, it will be madam, and if you read it in reverse order, it will be madam. So the word will be same in both the order, in backward order also, in forward order also. Okay, race car, this is the another word, race car. If you read it from here, it will be the same. It will, if you read it from here, it will be the same. Correct? Mom, M-O-M, mom. Dad, D-A-D. These are the examples of alphabets or words. Okay, then there are also numeric palindrome like 131. If you read it 131 here also, 131 from here also. 54321 2345, 54321 2345. Like these are the palindrome numbers. These are the palindrome word. Okay, so what is palindrome? Palindrome means it is a word or number or other sequence of characters which reads the same like forward or backward. Okay, if you read it from the starting, it will be the same like if you read it from the ending. Now we will try it. For this, you are supposed to ask the sequence from the user. Correct? This is the program. You just play the palindrome number. It will ask you for the sequence. Right? Enter the sequence. If I write the sequence, okay, it will check whether this is palindrome or not. See? Okay. Madam is palindrome. Okay. Another word. Nazima. See? Nazima is not palindrome. Okay. Mom. Next word is mom. It is a palindrome. Correct? Next word, we will take the digits now. Is it palindrome? Yes, it is a palindrome number. Correct? Yes, it is a palindrome. Okay, so you can check the number whether it is palindrome or not. Now we will see the coding for this. So this is the coding part. In this, first I have created a form. On clicking on this form, I have called a function p. Okay, in this function p, I have taken two variables. First variable is where s is equal to prompt, enter the sequence, right? To ask the sequence from user, to ask the value from user, we are supposed to use prompt. Okay, prompt, then enter the sequence. This is a message which I am going to pass. When I click on this, it will ask you for the sequence. Enter the sequence. This is a message which I am going to pass, right? Then after this, when user enters something in this, it will pass it or it will save it in s variable. Okay, after this, after getting the sequence from the user, what we are supposed to do? Now I have taken one more variable s1. Then we are supposed to first break this value, break the sequence. Okay, so s dot split, it will break the sequence, it will break the sequence in letters. Okay, suppose if I write mom, so it will break the sequence, it will break m, it will break o from the word, it will break m again from the word. Okay, then what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to reverse it. Okay, so if I write mom, it will split the values, it will split the characters, and then it will reverse the value. So after reversing the value, what we will get? MOM. We will get MOM. Then we will join the splitted values. Okay, by using join method. Okay, s dot split. What we are doing? We are breaking the alphabets. We are breaking the characters. Okay, by using s dot split. Split is a method which will split the characters, which will divide the characters. Okay, so s is a string, okay, which is accepted from the user. We are accepted a string in this s variable. Then this string value dot split. Split is a method which will divide the, or which will split the values into characters. Then we will reverse, s dot reverse, we will reverse the string. Okay, we will reverse the string and then again we will join the string. So there are three steps. First step is s dot split, we will split the values. Then dot reverse, we will reverse the value, and then join, we will join the splitted values. Okay, so these are the three steps. You remember these three steps. Okay, then after reversing the value, we will get s1. Okay, so we will check whether the value of s is equal to s1 or not. What we have written? We have written MOM. Mom we have written, right? So it will divide the values. MOM will reverse the order. MOM. We will join the values. Then again it will get mom, right? So the value of s and s1 are same. The value of s is mom. The value of s1 is mom. Correct? So if the value is true, if the condition is true, it will come inside the for loop and will display s. What is the value of s? Mom, right? So mom is palindrome. It will display mom is palindrome. Okay, if the value is not same, for example, if I have written dog or if I have written cap here, right? CAP, it will split the character CAP. correct? It will divide the characters CAP, then reverse the string PAC, right? PAC, then we'll join PAC, correct? So S and S1 are not same here. We have written cap CAP and we are getting PAC, correct? So the string are not matched, so this will return the false value. S is equal to S1, this will return the false value, correct? Then we will display an alert message with S. It will skip this block and will come into else block and will display alert message S is not palindrome, correct? Cap is not palindrome. It will display cap is not palindrome. Got it? How to find out the palindrome string? See here again. When I write mom, it will display mom is palindrome. Okay? And when we write cap, it will return cap is not palindrome. Why cap is not palindrome? When we split this letter, when we split this alphabets, and when we reverse these alphabets, okay, so it will return PAC, which are not same. The cap and PAC are not same, so it will return cap is not palindrome. Got it? See the program again, students. This is the program. First we are supposed to get the value from the user by using prompt. Enter the sequence. This is the message which will come with the text box on the prompt box. Okay. Then after that, whatever you are going to enter here, it will first apply this formula, that is S dot split. It will divide that value into characters, then it will reverse the order, okay, and then we will join the letters again, we will join the alphabets again, okay. The next step is we will check whether the value of S and S1 are same. After reversing the value is same as accepted from the user or not, okay. If these values are same, then it will display alert, the entered value is palindrome. If these values are not same, then it will skip this if block and will come in else block and will display alert message that this entered sequence is not palindrome. Got it? So we have seen two practicals today. First one is factorial of 7. Okay, what is factorial? Factorial is a function that multiplies a number by every number below it. Okay, and second we have seen palindrome. Palindrome is a word or number, okay, or sequence of character which reads the same backward and forward, such as madam, race car. There are also numeric palindrome like 131, 5432, 12, 345. These are the number palindrome. Okay, so we will stop here today. In next lecture we will continue with few more programs. Thank you so much. We will stop here.